Good morning and welcome to our assembly on Friday the 24th of April 2020. As I stand in one of our science laboratories here at Rishworth, I'm reflecting upon the work that scientists are doing across the globe to increase our knowledge of the coronavirus and to develop vaccines and medication to treat those suffering with the disease COVID-19. I feel quite at home here in a lab, having spent many years working in many different laboratories. I still remember the sounds and the smells of my very first science lesson at school and the joy that evoked. Science is about asking questions, searching for solutions, making discoveries, and then finding that you must ask even more questions. No greater scientific question in relation to the human being is, who am I? Throughout the 20th century, scientists set about finding answers to this single most basic question. On April the 25th, 1953, molecular biologist James Watson's academic paper presenting DNA's double helix, its molecular structure of nucleic acids, and its importance for genetic information transfer in living beings, which he co-authored with Francis Crick and Maurice Wilkins, and which hinged upon the work in the field of X-ray diffraction carried out by Rosalind Franklin, was published. On April the 14th, 2003, the Human Genome Project, an international scientific research project with the goal of determining the base pairs that make up the human DNA and identifying all the genes of the human genome, was declared complete. The project took 13 years and combined the work of scientists from across the world, working together towards the same goal. Tomorrow is World DNA Day, but instead of celebrating this year, leading scientists from across the world are coming together to find solutions to a different problem with the same spirit of collaboration. There was a wonderful article in The Guardian yesterday written by Jim Al-Khalili, the author of The World According to Physics. He pointed out that during this crisis, more and more people have developed scientific opinions. We're all discussing modelling, exponential curves, infection rates and antibody tests. Suddenly, we're all experts on epidemiology, virology, immunology and statistics. He noted that it has never been more important to communicate the way science works. In science, we learn to admit our mistakes and to change our minds to account for new evidence about the world. This is crucial, very crucial in the current pandemic, and it's a strength, not a weakness, of the scientific method. If we're to get through this crisis, we must all have a basic understanding of how science works, and an acknowledgement that during a crisis like this, admitting doubt rather than pretending certainty can be a source of strength. Families are spending more time together than they probably ever have done before, and many are returning to debating some very fundamental questions as we discuss our health and how we must live our lives. Who are we, and what are we made of, have never been more relevant. Some people have discovered they're braver than they ever thought. Some people have discovered they have to rely on others more than they ever wanted. Some people have discovered that despite sharing approximately 50% of the same genetic material in their DNA, their children are still very different and don't always see eye to eye. Some people have discovered they enjoy spending time on their own a lot more than they previously admitted. Some have discovered that they want to increase their scientific literacy out of respect for the scientists in laboratories right now, making sure that we will see the back of coronavirus as a health threat very soon. That's who we are.